Raw Lifestyle. I am here in New York with my good friend Jill, the Green Goddess here on YouTube. And I'm super excited and thankful to be here in her presence. She just finished a 100-day juice fast. May 30th was her 100 days, and I am more than thrilled to be here with her to help her celebrate for that. And I figured it might be a good idea to ask her a few questions about her experience and share that with you guys. So, Jill, what made you do such a crazy thing? 100 days on just juice.
Well, I felt terrible. I felt really sick, and I had gotten into a car accident, and I had a terrible injury, and I was taking a lot of narcotics and a lot of things to help with the pain, and as a result of not being able to get up off the couch, not being able to do anything, I started gaining weight, and I decided I was going to start eating cooked food again. Cooked food is my drug of choice, so I started eating that again to kind of soothe myself because I was in so much pain, and the drugs, they were helping with the pain, but they weren't helping me mentally. So I started eating cooked food, and that's where even a bigger issue happened, and I gained like 70 pounds. And so at the end of that year, which was in January, I looked at myself and I started feeling better, and the pain was really subsiding. My injury started healing, and I looked at myself and how I felt with my body, not what I looked like, but how I felt inside about myself, not physical, but in a spiritual way, in so many other ways. I said, after being raw foodist for 2 years and then having a whole year of eating cooked food, it was really hard on me. And so that's, in February, I just decided, okay, I felt like having the juice and going on a juice fast. Initially, I didn't plan on doing 100 days. I was just going to do maybe 30, or maybe only 20 days. But when I got into it and started doing it, and I was feeling better, there was detox, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to get rid of all of the food cravings, and I felt like the only way I could do that wasn't through raw food. I had to do a juice cleanse to cleanse out my system and like start my palate back to down to square one, and get rid of the cravings and the wanting to eat the food, so that after the juice fast was over, then I could go back on my raw foods and not struggle like some people do off and on cooked food, raw food, cooked food. So that is really why I decided to do it. And once I got to like day 30, I had a parasite issue that I had some friendly visitors exit the back door, and I was like, well, 30 days clears that enough. And I just decided, and the whole time I did the juice fast, I was contemplating in my mind doing 100 days, but I'm thinking to myself, that's impossible. I could never do that. Only really awesome raw foodists can do cleansing like that. And I kept playing it in my mind that I could do it. But after the 30 days and I saw the parasite, I just made that decision right then and there. I'm doing 100 days and I'm not going to waver. And I didn't. And I made it through the whole thing without one cheat, without one piece of food, nothing. I did it. And I really can't believe that I did it, because I'm not capable of stuff like that. If you saw how I eat, my appetite, living on juice for a whole 3 months is literally impossible. So it's a miracle that I did it.
Well, I commend you for that. That's not an easy task. I mean, it's a huge feat and a huge journey to embark upon. And it is difficult when you don't have a whole lot of
Support.
Well, that's not the word I'm looking for, but just a whole lot of people doing it with you. Like,
right.
Was your family doing it with you? Do you have a lot of people that are eating the same way that you do?
No, none. Mm-hmm. The only people that I have is YouTube. I have watched her for several years on YouTube for inspiration. I watched several YouTube people that have helped me on my raw food journey. Without them, I would have never found any of it, and I wouldn't have changed my life. So YouTube really has been my inspiration and my guiding light in this journey.
Yes, definitely, and that's something that we were just talking about a few minutes prior, is just the searching for those people that think like you, or the journey that you want to go down, and just finding those resources if you don't have them at home. Because me too, I have nobody. I don't have any support. See, support wasn't the word I was looking for, because you do have a lot of support. You have your family that are encouraging you along the way and kind of lifting you up. But I don't even have that. And I have a lot of people that are really kind of trying to bring me down and keep me where they're at. And it's very difficult. And so I'm not, I mean, I don't have a lot of money or anything like that, or a lot of resources, or a lot of ability to go on these trips and seek out these people, because I did go and see somebody else too in the raw food community, and just somebody that was extremely inspiring to me and that I wanted to learn from, and just share the energy with, and any knowledge that we can. But it doesn't take a lot. It does not take a lot to make those steps, or even just reach out on you know, the internet and try and find those resources to fulfill the need that you have to kind of bring yourself up and get to the point where you want to.
It'll change your life.
It will.
With that support system, it changes everything.
Yeah.
It really does.
And without YouTube, I don't know where I'd be either. I kind of had to create a support network for myself, and I am so grateful for everybody that watches the videos and comments on the videos and shares videos with each other. And you really do have to kind of create that environment for yourself, because otherwise the resistance, I mean, you're just really walking against that treading water. It's really difficult otherwise. And so you really truly want to succeed at something in life, you have to involve yourself where you want to get into those areas. So I'm grateful for YouTube. I'm so inspired by you. It touched my heart so much when she told me.
I've been so inspired by you.
She said, I watched all your videos, and I was just like, somebody to spend the time to actually watch me. And I learned so much from my own personal videos. You know, a lot of people are like, you know, they have visions of where I should be right now, but it's all a process. It's all a learning journey for me, and I'm so much farther than where I was, and I've gained so much knowledge, and I'm really going places, and it's all because of reaching out and taking that first step and embarking on the journey. If there's any one thing or something that you can share about your experience that you think may help other people, just by your juicing experience, or just taking that step to get to a better place in life, is there anything that you can just share that from your own personal experience? Some of the struggling that happens.
Well, I think when you hit that rock bottom or that wall, you have to really make a decision, and you have to really want it. Without the drive to want it, you can't succeed. There's a lot of people out there who, well, I'm going to do it for this long or that long, and you know, that's not long enough, and you go off it, you're not going to have long-term success. So you have to be motivated. You also have to think of all the reasons why you want it. What are the reasons why you want to live this lifestyle? Because it isn't easy. It's not easy. I have to cook food for my whole family. It's not easy. So what keeps it, you know, for me, what makes it easier for me to do it than someone else? I go through all the reasons every day why I'm doing this. And I feel really, really good. That's a big motivation for me. I want to be crazy healthy. I want to be superhuman powerful, that I can, you know, do triathlons and do all that kind of stuff. And, you know, eating the cooked food does not do it for me. So go through the list. Write it down and check them off. Every day, go through the list. Why am I doing this? What's the reason behind it? I think that is the number one thing, because people don't stick with it. And why don't they stick with it? Because they're not looking at their goals. They're not looking at why they started it to begin with.
No, that's great. I relate 100%. With me, you know, and I'm not a single person with like no stress life. I have a lot going on, as you all know, and there's times where I can really feel like, you know what, this is difficult, and I open my book where I've written things down in my most clear moments, and I just really am that constant reminder for myself where I'm going, because if you don't have anybody else to do that, you have to be that person that kind of lifts yourself up and gets you where you have to get. There's definitely a bigger purpose for this whole experience for me in general, and there's a divine purpose. I definitely feel that, and I feel that all the journeys I go on, whether they are physical and I'm actually, you know, taking a trip from Michigan to New York, or if I'm just on the phone, it's all building up for the bigger picture.
I still can't believe she's here. When she pulled in my driveway, my mouth hit the floor. I knew she was coming, but I didn't. I mean, I believed it. I knew she was coming, but it was just so surreal and shocking that she was actually in physical form in front of me. It was a really amazing experience. It really was.
Yeah.
I'm still
me
so
too. I
happy
feel
about
the
it.
same way. So, well, thank you again, Jill, so much for opening your home to me and sharing your experience with everybody on YouTube. I have learned so much from your videos, and some of the saddest moments too, she has been my reminder, and that is why it's such a great resource to just go and see if you can find that information that you truly do need to help propel you to that next level in life. So don't be scared. Don't let fear hold you back, because I will tell you, I have no fear like I used to have, and had I continued in that fear mentality, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have these life-changing experiences that are only going to better my future, myself now, my future self, my children's lives. It's just a cascade of goodness, and I appreciate the resources that we do have. We just have to go and
Don't wait. Don't wait one more second, because every moment that you waste is a moment that you're wasting for your future, for happiness, health, wealth. You want to change everything? Start today. Don't wait.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.